disarming because this storm is really just gearing up. This is just the preview.
I see, I see a lot of stuff to the west, like in Pennsylvania, stuff in the south, like, Washington.
You see more hairs falling out here?
Is it, I mean, which is coming? All of it's coming?
Yeah, this storm is huge, and there's a couple of things that I'm really concerned about with, and one of the reasons why the Weather Service has issued the blizzard warning is not for now, it's for later when the winds start to pick up. You need 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts for 3 hours or more, and visibility less than a quarter mile. That's about a half a block, generally speaking. And it's only going to get worse later today, and we're watching the snow. Some sleet has started to mix in. It's the big, fat flakes. And one thing I want you to notice, if you saw Aaron Colton's live shot in Huntington Station compared to Long Beach, what a difference even outside our studio. And that's what makes, even just Long Island pinpointing, okay, 9 inches here, 8 inches here. You get a little bit of a spurt of a heavy, snow burst, and you're going to pick up a quick 1 to 2 inches. Just like in the summer, we get a thunderstorm. It rains in Deer Park, but doesn't rain down 231 in Babylon.
What's the water temperature?
Water temperature's around 38 to 40 degrees, depending on if you talk about the Sound or if you go way out into the Atlantic Ocean. And right now, 10 miles south of us, it's raining very, very hard.
I was going to say, don't we want a lot of the stuff coming over the ocean? Because that'll kind of make it miles?
It depends on how you look at it. That moisture.
I want no snow. That's what I want. That's
now what's happening, what happened on Saturday, it bumped into the dry, cold air. Now it's bumping into just cold air. And instead of it mixing with the rain and sleet and more rain, it's just falling as heavier snow. It's raining now in Philadelphia and also down towards Atlantic City and Trenton, which is that 100-mile radius from us. So it's raining to the south. But then you get in down to North Carolina and southern portions of Virginia, it's snowing at rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour.
And that band is headed towards us.
And that's the band that I'm very nervous for later, where there's the possibility that we can see 2 to 3 inches per hour. So if that's to occur...
So are you more nervous than you were like an hour ago?
I'm always nervous.
Is this like a new nervous?
Well, it's one of the things that, people are going out now going, oh, it's not that bad. Well, I am. That's why most of the schools have canceled. That's why New York City canceled. It's later today. That's always the call that we've been worried about, that 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So imagine heavy snow, strong winds, and the end result, poor visibility. Travel conditions are going to be, tricky. And then what happens? Think of the expressway during rush hour.
Right.
Now you're going 5, 10, 15 miles an hour, and now in that 15 minutes you have a half inch of snow. And that's where the
and it
problems.
builds up on the windshield, and all that.
The color of Rich's tie you should change with the alert warning.
Yeah, right. You should have one of those.
It kind of matches along with the blizzard warning. And again, right now, no blizzard conditions out there. We do have some winds picking up to around 20 miles per hour. And if you're going, ooh, it's starting to get cold, well, wait until later when the winds start to shift more to the northwest around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. And even though the sun's not out, it actually can burn through the clouds a little bit. So once the sun sets at around 5:20, it's going to get colder.
So let's say around noon, what are we looking at? Conditions like we have now?
Yeah, a little bit now. There's going to be some pockets of moderate to heavy snow. There's also going to be a little bit of sleet, a little bit of rain mixing in. And then as we go towards that 3, 4, 5 o'clock, when this storm gets closer, that's when we can kind of see that little bit more of a wallop. Now, pinpointing those heavy bands of snow, one location, same thing with the blizzard in December, where we got locations up around 30 inches, but Nassau County only got 14. So that's where this becomes tough, and you can start to see winds gusting now outside our studio.
Yeah, actually,
where we're picking things up now. It's starting to blow around a little bit.
I just want to tell you, Carol just sent us a message. She has a window in her office, and she said the snow is hitting her window and it's pelting. It sounds like icy.
Right, that would be some sleet mixing in at times, and a little bit more sleet holds down the snowfall amounts, and then we get a heavy snow band, and then the snowfall amounts go up. And don't be concerned. We're going to be close to a foot no matter what. So we're going to be looking at that very heavy snow out there. And again, the problem later today is when you look at the trees, you notice that it's getting kind of heavy, and that's what's going to cause some major problems later today with strong gusty winds. All right, take a look now outside at our radar view. We're going to be looking at the heavy snow moving on in, and with that, more problems later this afternoon. So what do we have? We have the blizzard warning out there until 6 a.m. So my tie matches the color purple around the island. That's until tomorrow morning. And again, we go back outside real quick. The heavy snow moving on in, and outside our studio from the rooftop looking out there, 30 degrees, winds around 12 miles per hour, but gusting now up to around 20 to 25. And later today, we're going to gust to around 45 miles per hour. And it's been kind of a heavy, wet snow. Now you see this down to the south, all these orange and yellows. Some of that is just a big, fat snowflakes being reflected by the radar. Some of this is also sleet mixing in. We've had some breaks down around Long Beach where one of our live shots have been. Now they're going to start to see some moisture moving back in over Long Island. I'll widen the view out a little bit more, and then we go out towards the east end. You can see some moderate snow has been falling from West Hampton to Riverhead along 24 around Hampton Bays, but there's been some warm air out towards Montauk and Springs. That warm air is going where that rain snow line is. You can see right through central portions of New Jersey. Here's the rain snow line and the heavy, heavy snow wrapping in now around Washington, D.C. Our storm is moving northward, and that's why later today we're calling for things to go downhill with those strong gusty winds around the island. Again, snowfall totals on the average of 8 to 14 inches. Send your reports to News 12 LI weather at news12.com. Send your pictures online. Go to news12.com, go to the My Picks section and go into weather, and then you'll see the February 10th snowstorm. That'll be a lot easier for us to show everyone else those pictures. Now, temperatures are in the lower 30s. 33 in Montauk, 32 in West Hampton, 31 ice up to 30 degrees right now in Woodbury. So we're going to see that snow and mix. Sometimes the snow will be heavy, mixing with some sleet. 36 in Mastic, 32 in Plandome, 34 in Oceanside. So the heaviest snow amounts right now looking to be on the north shore of Long Island. Here in Woodbury, we have about 4 inches, maybe a little bit more, but a little bit less down towards Long Beach. And island-wide right now, generally about 2.5 to almost 4 inches of snow. Now, the problem tonight, strong winds, cold temperature, and the snow coming down. This is when it gets very, very dangerous, and this is where we can get people stuck out on the area roadways. So cold conditions, and then as we head through the 7-day forecast, I at least have to show you some good news. Dry conditions late Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but a little bit more snow as we head towards Monday with a temperature by 34. So, lots going on. Roadways are just going to get worse the rest of today. I know we say it all the time, Elisa, stay off the roadways. People don't do it, but
you know what? That, I think, is what is saving us this morning, is that it hasn't been that crowded, so we haven't seen all that much going on. So if you don't have to go out, you'll definitely be helping everybody if you don't. If you do have to go out, the complaint hotline, Rich, is now open. I'm starting to get calls from people. My latest